But no one consults about things which cannot subsist otherwise than they do, nor about things of which there is not a certain end, and this practical good. He, however, simply consults well, who conjectures, by a reasoning process, what is best to man among practicable things. Nor is prudence only directed to universals, but it is also necessary that it should know particulars. For it is practical, but action is conversant with particulars. Hence also, some persons who have only experimental knowledge without science are more adapted for practical affairs, than those who possess a scientific knowledge without experience. For he who knows that light flesh is easily concocted, but is ignorant what flesh is light, will not produce health. But he will rather produce it who knows that the flesh of birds is light and salubrious. Prudence, however, is practical, so that it is necessary to possess both, viz. A knowledge of what is to be done universally, and in particular circumstances, or rather the latter than the former. But prudence here also, i.e. among the practical powers, will be a certain architectonic power, or a power belonging to a master art. CHAPTER 8. The political science, however, and prudence are indeed the same habit, though they have not the same essence. But of the science pertaining to a city, the one part which is legislative, is as it were architectonic prudence. But the other, in the same manner as particulars, is denominated by a common name, the political science. This, however, is practical, and occupied in consultation. For a decree is a thing practicable, as the extreme. Hence those alone who possess the political science are said to act in a political capacity. For they alone act in the same manner as manual artificers. That also appears to be especially prudence, which a man employs about himself, and about one thing, and this is called by a common name, prudence. But of these species of prudence, the one is economy, another legislation, and another the political science. And of this last, one part pertains to consultation, but another is judicial. For a man, therefore, to know his own concerns, will be one species of knowledge. Nevertheless, it possesses a great difference. And he who knows things pertaining to himself, and is conversant with them, appears to be a prudent man. But those who apply themselves to the management of public affairs, are busily employed in a multitude of concerns. Hence also Euripides says, How can the name of wise to me belong, who might have mingled in the martial throng, unvexed with business, and exempt from care, taking of spoils my honourable share, yet chose by over-anxious thought to move the direful hate of all-commanding Jove. For these men explore what is good for themselves, and are of opinion that it is necessary to do this. From this opinion, therefore, it comes to pass that these men are prudent, though perhaps it is not possible for a man to know his own concerns without economic and political prudence. Again, how a man ought to manage his own affairs is a thing immanifest, and requires consideration. But as an indication of the truth of what has been said, a youth may become a geometrician, and a mathematician, and may be skilled in things of this kind. But it does not appear that he will be prudent. The cause, however, of this is that prudence pertains to particulars, which become known from experience. But youth is without experience, which is produced by length of time. Since this also deserves to be considered, why a boy may become a mathematician, but cannot be wise, or a physiologist, shall we say it is because mathematical objects subsist by an ablation from matter, but the principles of the objects of wisdom and physiology are derived from experience? And with respect to metaphysical principles indeed, youth do not believe in, but admit them. But with respect to mathematical principles, it is not immanifest what they are. Farther still, error in consultation either pertains to universals or particulars. For in order that a man may not drink heavy, and therefore bad water, it is requisite that he should know, either that all heavy water is bad, or that this particular water is heavy. But it is evident that prudence is not science, for it pertains to the extreme, as we have before observed. since that which is practicable is a thing of this kind. It is, therefore, indeed opposed to intellect ; for intellect is conversant with terms, i.e. universals, which are the extremes upward, and above which there are no other principles. But prudence is conversant with the extremes downward, which are particulars, of which there is no science, but only a sensible perception. And this is not a sensible perception of peculiarities, but such as that by which we perceive in mathematics that a triangle is the extreme. For we stop there. It is, therefore, rather this sense which is prudence, but of that there is another species. CHAPTER IX. To investigate, however, and to consult differ. For to consult is to investigate something, but it is necessary to discuss good consultation, and show what it is, whether it is a certain science, or opinion, or good conjecture, or some other genus. It is not therefore science, for men do not investigate about things which they know. But good consultation is a certain consultation, and he who consults investigates and reasons. Neither is it good conjecture, for good conjecture is without reasoning, and is something which is accomplished with celerity. But men consult for a long time, and say that the objects of consultation ought to be performed rapidly, but that consultation should be done slowly. Again, sagacity and good consultation also differ from each other. But sagacity is a certain good conjecture. Neither therefore is any good consultation opinion. But since he who consults badly errs, but he who consults well consults rightly, it is evident that good consultation is a certain rectitude. Nor is good consultation either science or opinion. For of science, indeed, there is no rectitude, because there is no error. But truth is the rectitude of opinion. And at the same time, every thing of which there is an opinion is definite and determined. Nevertheless, good consultation is not without reasoning. It falls short, therefore, of dianoia, or the discursive energy of reason. For this is not yet enunciation, since opinion is not investigation, but is now a certain enunciation. He, however, who consults, whether he consults well or ill, investigates something, and reasons. But good consultation is a certain rectitude of consultation, on which account it must in the first place be inquired what consultation is, and with what it is conversant. Since, however, rectitude is multifariously predicated, it is evident that not every rectitude is good consultation. For the incontinent and the bad man obtain from reasoning that which they propose to see, so that they will have consulted rightly, but have procured for themselves a great evil. But to have consulted well appears to be a certain good. For such a rectitude of consultation as becomes the mean of obtaining good is good consultation. Good, however, may be obtained by false reasoning, and a man indeed may obtain that which ought to be done, yet not through a proper medium, but the middle term may be false. Hence, neither will that be good consultation according to which that is obtained which ought to be obtained, yet not through a proper medium. Farther still, it is possible that one man may obtain the object of his wishes by consulting for a long time, but another by consulting rapidly. Hence, neither is that yet good consultation, but the rectitude which subsists according to utility, and to what is proper, and as and when it is proper. Again, it is possible simply to consult well, and also with a view to a certain end. Good consultation, therefore, simply is that which proceeds with rectitude to an end simply. But a certain good consultation is that which proceeds with rectitude to a certain end. Hence, if to consult well is the province of prudent men, good consultation will be a rectitude according to utility, with a view to a certain end, of which prudence is the true hypothesis. CHAPTER X. Intelligence, however, and the privation of intelligence, according to which we denominate men intelligent or unintelligent, is neither wholly the same with science or opinion. For if it were, all men would be intelligent. Nor is intelligence some one of the particular sciences, such as medicine, for it would be conversant with health, or geometry, for it would be conversant with magnitudes. For neither is intelligence conversant with things which always are, and are immovable, nor with things which are passing into existence.